Okay guys, how you doing? We're back for another review. We got some Conan the Barbarian soundtrack blasting in the back there. We got Her Highness running around, having fun. We're sort of in a spring thaw now. And we have a whiskey, a Scotch whiskey, Laphroaig. This is sort of a newer thing for them. Well, not so much new as it's just released or anything, but this is one that's sort of more new to the more commercially available market. This is their Triple Wood. It was previously only pretty much released as a duty-free whiskey, so basically you were seeing it in duty-free shops, like in airports and stuff like that. But it was so popular, apparently, that they decided to release it alongside their rest of their lineup in other stores. So we'll see here. It's triple wood, triple matured in ex-bourbon barrels, quarter casks, and finally in European oak to create a subtle marriage of peat, wood, and a touch of sherry sweetness. I do not know the age statement on this. I'm assuming it's probably between 8 to 10. It's probably somewhere within the 10 and the quarter cask, so it's probably around there. That's my guesses. 48% alcohol by volume, so it is cask strength, unlike the 10-year-old, which is only 40. Although I think there might be a cask strength version of that, I'm not quite sure. And the dog left her ball. Just give me a minute here. She insists that I do not linger too long. Is that right? There she goes. She's enjoying a little bit last bit of snow going on there. Alright. So we're going to pour a little bit of this. Laphroaig, of course, established in 1815. And they are my favorite distillery. What's the matter? You whining like I've been abusing you all day or something. Terrible. Only had you out for like an hour and a half now. She just wants attention. She sees me doing something and she can't have that. Alright. So is there anything else on this? No, so the American casks were bourbon casks, of course. So there we go. And the European oak is, I believe, sherry casks. So she looks pretty much like the rest of Laphroaig's range, sort of same color. That golden amber. It's got nice legs going on the glass here. Oh, and of course I got hiccups all of a sudden. That should make this review extra special. Alright, go right to the nose. So it's pretty much the same sort of thing you're getting from their other stuff in their lineup. It's got that really sort of high tar kind of peat smoke kind of thing going on. Sort of creosote sort of thing. A lot of nice medicinal character, a little bit of saltiness almost. Seems a bit more muted though, even than the 10-year-old. And here's Mrs. Winebag again, whining. Get over there and keep that ball for a while, you. Alright. So yeah, it's very smooth on the nose. Does not have any sort of alcohol presence at all, really. It's just very much just the peat smoke. And a few more little notes going on there, but seems a little bit more subdued compared to quarter cask and the 10. I've not had anything else in the range, so I can't speak on those ones, of course. So, cheers. We're going to go right to the taste. Good viscous mouthfeel. seems more wood forward. That's probably to be expected. I'm definitely getting more barrel character out of this. It's been in 3 different barrels, so not surprised at all. So it's more wood forward with the sort of medicinal iodine and the sort of peat smoke and tar sort of notes are a bit more in the background with this one. So it's not as much as of a peaty kind of punch that the other ones have, but it's still there. It's still pretty damn strong. I mean, it's very, very nice, very impressive, but it is very smooth, like incredibly smooth. Maybe a bit too smooth for my taste, honestly. It's very well-rounded. It's that extra... Those extra barrels sort of bring out a bit of a more well-rounded smoothness, kind of blend the flavors together a bit more, so there's not these big notes that just punch you right in the palate. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. This is still a really impressive whiskey, but I gotta say, so far, out of the stuff I've had from Laphroaig, this is not my favorite. This is probably my least favorite of the stuff I've had from Laphroaig so far, just because it is a bit dumbed down in a way. Even though it's at 48% alcohol by volume, so technically stronger than the 10-year-old, but the 10-year-old is a bit more punchy than this one is. It's, hitting you a little bit harder. So that's saying something. But it's very, very good. Nothing wrong with it. I definitely would not. I would not shy away from it. I probably will not buy this one again. I'd probably just go back to the 10 or the quarter cask myself. That's just my personal preference. But I'm going to finish saying this is a solid A. I'll probably look back at this and say I did not check what my other scores were for the 10 and the quarter cask. I probably gave one of them an A-, and so I'll probably be contradicting myself. But I'm just going to say solid A. Very solid A. It's still a world-class whiskey. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little too smooth for my taste, especially coming from Laphroaig. I expect something a little bit stronger, a little bit more of a heavy hitter, and that's just not really here in this one. But it's a great whiskey nonetheless, and it's reasonably priced. It's a little bit more expensive than the quarter cask, but still very reasonably priced. And if you want to get into some really peaty whiskeys, actually this might be a safer bet to get into the Laphroaig line. If you want to really get into the Laphroaig line, this might be a good starter one for you. So check it out. Laphroaig Triple Wood. It's going to get an A from me. Alright guys, thanks. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.